Alrighty, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to www.jondonmyers.com. That's JONDONMYERS.com. And once you're here at my website, you're going to click on Planning Form, and then you're going to click on Wedding Planning Form. It's going to say Login Required to edit Planning Form. To create or edit this planning form, please log in. So click on Login. It's going to say you must be logged in to use this feature. Please log in below or create an account. So if this is your first time here, you're going to click on Create an Account, and you're going to put your email. If you want to do this with your fiance, you can put their email down there where it says alternate email 1, but all you really need is one email. Then you're going to fill out all this information right here. Start with your name, email, phone number, event address, city, state, zip, event type, and event location. The difference between the event address and the event location is I want the physical address and I want the name of the place and location. So like Daisy Estates or the second floor ballroom called The Regal. How did you hear about us? Let's say the Knot. You're going to choose a password, and it has to be at least 7 characters. If you choose something with only 4 characters, it'll stop you and say, hey, please make a password with 7 characters. So to make it as easy as possible, I'm just going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and click Create Account. It'll take you to this page with a little timer that shows the number of days, hours, minutes, and seconds left until your event. The only things I need from you are the planning form and what songs you want to hear. So I'm going to teach you how to do the planning form right now. So let's start over. Let's log out. Let's go to my website. So we're going to click on Planning Form. And we're going to click on Wedding Planning Form. And we're going to log in. We know our password, but in case we didn't, we could always click Reset Password. Or we could send a login code by providing the email we used to set this up. Then we just hit Send Code, and we'd be able to log in without our password. But since we know our password, we're going to put it in right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to click Login, and we're going to put our own name for person 1 and our fiance's name for person 2. In this example, I'm going to be Daisy Bride, and my fiance is Buster Groom. A lot of the same info there, but the new question is indoors or outdoors, and that's really important. Because if I'm outdoors, I'm going to need to be checking that weather app. I might have to bring an Easy Up. Is it indoors or outdoors? Do I need to use an elevator? Great questions. Please let me know. The next thing is going to be a bunch of vendor contact information. Now, this is really important for me to not only know the name, number, but also the email of your coordinator, photographer, videographer, and venue contact. All right, the next part deals with the ceremony. If you're using my DJ services for your wedding ceremony, you're going to need to tell me your ceremony start time and your guest arrival time. Ceremony start time is the time you're walking down the aisle, and the guest arrival time is the earliest you'll be expecting guests to arrive for the ceremony. Let's talk about processional and recessional songs. The processional song is what you were walking down the aisle to. You haven't been married yet, that's the song you're walking into the venue with. Let me give you an example that would confuse me. If you write the theme from the movie Twilight, I won't be exactly sure what song you mean, so I would Google theme from the movie Twilight. And now I'm guessing. Did you mean Christina Perri 1,000 Years? So I might check the movie soundtrack on Wikipedia, and I might be even more confused because it looks like the theme could be any of these songs. But if you were to write Christina Perri 1,000 Years, I will know exactly what you want me to do. So let's say the recessional, the walking away after you've already said I do song, is Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are. Perfect. You're all done. Except, not really. I would always double check your music. Type it into YouTube. Make sure you're getting the right spelling. Make sure that's the right song. Then after you've checked it, you're all done. But let's say you want more than one song for your processional or recessional. Well, all you'd have to do is scroll down to the bottom where it says Other Information and provide me with that information. Let's say you want to do a different version of the song. You want 1,000 Years, but you want the version by Brooklyn Duo. No problem. Go to YouTube. Type in 1,000 Years Brooklyn Duo. And once you're certain that you found the right video version of your song, click on the video and copy that link. Paste the link directly into the Other Information box. That way I know exactly what song you want to listen to. And just to be extra sure we're talking about the right song, write out the name and artist of the song, and then there will be no way that I'll be confused. So in this example, we'll have two songs for our processional, one for the bridal party and one for the bride. The bridal party song is 1,000 Years by Brooklyn Duo, and let's say the bride song is Canon in D by Brooklyn Duo. You would once again find the right YouTube link, copy and paste it into the other information box, then write out the song and artist name again, so there's no chance of me being confused. If you write it like this, I'll know to play the first song for the bridal party, and I'll know to fade the second song when the bride comes out. Make sure you pick a song that is long enough for your entire bridal party. You can check on this during your rehearsal. In this example, our recessional song will be Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are. And I know it'll be a regular song because there is no YouTube link or note stating otherwise. Let's say you want to have a different song for each couple. No problem. Just write the names of the couples in order and give the artist and song names, and I will play the different songs for each couple. That about does it for the ceremony. Now it's time to talk about the part that comes after your ceremony and cocktail hour, the reception. Are you doing a grand entrance? If yes, please tell me which song. For this example, we're going to use Jennifer Lopez, Let's Get Loud. The next question is it just going to be you guys coming out for the grand entrance, or will it be your entire wedding party? Maybe you don't know who's going to be in your grand entrance, so if you don't know yet, you could always write, yes. I'll send you a list as we get closer. Or you could use that box to write out each couple by name. Yes, Alexa and Evan, Tara and Joel, so on and so forth. You could use that box to write the couple's name and the name of their songs. In this example, I'm putting the names of the couples first and the name of the song second. So you would just put C list for the wedding party entrance music. Or you could use that box to say, announce the groomsmen and the bridesmaids. Yep, our entire wedding party will come out to this song. And you're going to write the wedding party entrance music where it says, wedding party entrance music. That means Black Eyed Peas' Let's Get It Started will be the song for your wedding party, and you, Daisy and Buster, our example bride and groom, will come out to Jennifer Lopez, Let's Get Loud. Don't get those two mixed up. Your entrance music is your entrance music. Everyone else is the wedding party entrance music. Even though that song is on top, it's going to come out second. The first song that is going to be played is Black Eyed Peas' Let's Get It Started. That's for your wedding party. The second song that's going to be played is Jennifer Lopez, Let's Get Loud. Of course, you could always say, no, you don't want a grand entrance, or none, as in the wedding party isn't coming out. It's just the wedding couple. So if you put none and none there, and you have a song, then I'll know it's just the wedding couple and no one else in the grand entrance. Alrighty, next is the first dance. First, you're going to say yes or no, are you going to have a first dance? And if you are, you're going to pick your first dance song by clicking in that box. The song search box will appear. You can search by song name or artist name, or you can be inspired by clicking Top 200. That's the top 200 dance songs, but if you click on the button that says Top 200 and scroll down to where it says First Dance, that will give you a list of the most popular first dance songs. After years of brides and grooms picking songs, these are the most popular ones. Maybe you'll be inspired and pick one from this list. Let's say number 17, Until I Found You, Steven Sanchez. That's a great new song. Great romantic song, perfect for a first dance. So we're going to click the Add button and click Add to Form. And now it is our first dance song. Let's say you're searching for your first dance song and can't find it. I know for a fact it can never find this song. So I'm just going to type in Backstreet Boys, The Perfect Fan as an example. And it says no results. But let's see. Is that a real song or not? I'm going to look this up on YouTube. And yep, this is a real song by Backstreet Boys. It has over 1 million views, so we know the database has to be wrong. We know the song is out there, it's real, it definitely exists. So we go back to the database, and it says, can't find the song you're looking for. Enter it by hand. So we're going to click where it says, enter it by hand. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to type in the song name first, then the artist. So, The Perfect Fan, artist, The Backstreet Boys. Then we're going to click that add sign and add to form. And now, it's our first dance song, The Perfect Fan, Backstreet Boys. So now we were successfully able to add a song that wasn't in the database. The next option is dinner. Served yes or no. And this is important because if you're doing individually served, it might not matter. But if you're doing buffet style and you need me to announce tables or excuse them one by one, that's going to be important for me to know ahead of time. You might want to give me a heads up in the other information box by saying, hey, do you mind making the announcements for excusing tables? No problem. I'm very good at that. Usually I'll be eating as well during your dinner hour, so it's important to know how much time I have to excuse tables and get my own meal. The next question is blessing, yes or no. Let me know who is giving the blessing. Where it says blessing, type in their name, and if you wouldn't mind typing in their relation to you. Like let's say Father Gino is the brother of the groom, or let's say he was a priest at the church that the groom's family's been going to since he was a baby. Something like that. If there's something special there, don't be afraid to type it out and let me know. So after the blessing is the question about open toasts. Open toast means after everyone else has given a toast, I am going to open the floor to someone else giving a toast. I'm basically going to ask the audience, is there anyone else out there that would like to give a toast? Come on down. Don't be shy. If you don't want me to say that, then click no on open toasts. Make sure to tell me the names of the people toasting, which means I don't want you to just put number 1, best man, number 2, maid of honor, number 3, groom's dad. I want you to put their position or relation to you and their first name. First names are very important when it comes to speeches. Also, don't forget to tell the people who are giving speeches the order in which they are speaking and the time at which the speeches will occur. Let's move on to the parent dances. I'm going to try and pick a parent song right now. I'm going to type in Boys to Men, and there are no results for Boys to Men. So I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to type the same thing and see what happens. Oh, Boys to Men. It's kind of written in the Roman numeral way. Boys, I, men. And as soon as I write that out into the song search, it works, and everything pops up. So if something is not popping up, make sure you're spelling it right. In this instance, they wanted the Boys to Men with the actual I instead of the number 2. So that's what fixed it and made Boys to Men pop up. Alrighty, we're going to pick a song for Mama, a very popular mother-son song. And we're going to add it by clicking the plus sign and clicking Add to Form. So now we have our first parent dance song, a song for Mama, Boys to Men. For the second one, we're going to do Luther Vandross. And he has a great song for parent dances, Dance with My Father. Add to Form. So now we have our 2 parent dance songs, a song for Mama by Boys to Men and Dance with My Father by Luther Vandross. And it might seem obvious. Obviously, one is the mother-son song and one is the father-daughter song. But please be specific at the bottom of the page, especially if it is not a father-daughter dance. Let's say you're dancing with your stepfather. So at the bottom of the page, write father-daughter, Daisy will be dancing with her stepfather, Roger. Or let's say Daisy will be dancing with her stepfather Roger half the time, and her real father Kirk the other half of the song. If you want to give me special directions, that is the place where I want you to put it. And once again, if it's not super obvious which song goes to which person, please write that out at the bottom. Let's say a song for Mama is Buster's song with his mom, and Luther Vandross is Daisy's song with her dad. Cool. Now I won't mess that up. Always be super specific at the bottom of the page where it says other information, especially if it could be confusing. Next is the cake cutting. Yes or no? Are you guys going to cut the cake in front of everyone? Then it has the option for you to tell me when. After dinner? Before dinner? Is there a specific song you want me to play during the cake cutting? For our example, let's say Maroon 5 Sugar. Next, let's talk about money and anniversary dances. Usually, for both of those, it means a couple of slow songs in a row. So if you want to tell me those slow songs in that box, that's a good place for them. If you run out of room there and you just want to write them at the bottom where it says other information, that's fine too. Don't feel pressured to do anything that is listed on the planning form. If you don't want to do a bouquet toss or a garter toss, do not feel pressure to do so. But if you are going to be doing bouquet and garter toss, don't forget to have your bouquet close by. And don't forget to be wearing the actual garter. Let's say you're doing a bouquet toss, but you don't know which song you want. This is another chance for you to check a specific list of bouquet songs and see what the most popular ones are. Maybe you don't want the most popular ones, so you can use this list to find the ones you love, or you could use this list to find the ones to avoid, the ones that are overused. You can also use my website. You can go to Music Samples, and where it says click here for Spotify playlists, that's where you can see all of my playlists. And a lot of these playlists are specific to weddings. I have my own top 50 wedding last songs, bouquet songs, entrance songs. So right here, we're going to click on the top 50 bouquet songs, and we're going to see my list. Now, of course, I have some of the same songs as the most popular ones from the other lists, but these are also a little different too. Keep checking back on my Spotify playlist as I will be adding more throughout the year. Even if you don't want any of these songs, it's always great inspiration to look at what other people are picking on my Spotify playlists and the planning form lists. So let's pick Single Ladies as our bouquet toss song. You could always say yes to Bouquet and no to Garter. You can say yes to both. I'm going to say yes to both, and I'm going to put Genuine Pony, the most popular Garter song, for the Garter. So if you're doing the money dance or anniversary dance, those buttons are to let me know what those slow songs are for. Do you have a specific song that you want to hear as your last song? You could get some inspiration again by heading to my Spotify playlist or checking out the most popular ones on the planning form. Some people end their party with a joke song or a fast song or a slow song. That's completely up to you. I would just be 100% certain you know the exact time you are allowed to go to. So we're going to write down our last dance song, and I'm going to type in All Too Well by Taylor Swift. And it doesn't show up. So I'm going to type All Too Well parentheses Taylor's version, can't forget that, and artist Taylor Swift. I saw someone do that last year. I thought it was a funny, great choice for last song, so we're going to use it as our example here. Great. So now we have our last dance song. Lastly, any other special dances or ceremonies, this is your chance to tell me. Like, yes, we're going to do the Hava Nagila, which is a popular Jewish wedding ceremony. Or yes, we're doing a candle lighting ceremony. Or yes, we're doing a raffle or a slideshow. Any extra thing some people might do, some people might not do for their wedding. That's your chance to tell me about it right there. Anything else you want to be specific about, that's your chance to write it out in the other information box. Let's say you put, don't let Uncle Steve make any requests. Maybe he's notorious at weddings for asking for Freebird. Or, don't play the Macarena. You guys don't want these group participation dances because you think they're too cheesy. That's your chance to tell me all about that kind of stuff right there. And that's pretty much it for the planning form. If you click on that dashboard, you'll get back to the home page and you'll see that your planning form is right there. Just waiting for you to click on it. So go ahead, click on it. Check it over one more time. Yep, looks pretty good. And if it looks complete, you can go back to the home page. Click where it says planning form and mark it as complete. Once you have marked it as complete, I will be emailed your planning form and you'll be all set. But wait a second. Let's say you made a mistake. What should you do? Well, you should go to my website, click planning form, but don't start a new one. Simply click planning, click on your planning form, and you'll have the option to edit it. It'll pop up with this message and you'll say, okay. Let's go ahead and change our first dance song as an example. Let's say we don't want this one anymore. We'll keep it easy and pick Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. Perfect. We've changed our first dance song. Everything else stays the same. So how do we save it? Well, we'll click on Planning. Then we click on our planning form. And we mark it complete again. Now you're done. Now you've changed it, and I've been emailed the new copy, and everything is good to go.